What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, we're going to look at The Infected. Now, The Infected is an early access game. It is a survival game, and it is on Steam right now. Normally priced at $13.99 right now. During the holiday season, I think you could pick it up for about $11.99. So that's pretty cool. So let's dive into what it says it has for key features. So character hunger, thirst, body temperature mechanics. Now I haven't seen any body temperature mechanics. It may not be implemented in the game, or I may just not be seeing the effects because I've only played in one temperature so far. There are temperature changes that happen on this map. So apparently at some point in time, it will get cold and it'll start snowing, and you're gonna have a whole different set of things to deal with during that period of time. It's obviously got base building, hunting, crafting items, food cooking mechanics, power and electricity mechanics, gathering resources, which you can see I'm doing now, mining and refining ores, killing AI Vambies, and yes, I did say Vambies, that's a vampire zombie, which I can't really tell that they're vampire zombies other than the fact that the description of the game says that they're vampire zombies and they call them Vambies. It may just be a fun way for the developer to try to throw a twist into their game. Either way, I'll be interested to see how that continues and progresses on. In addition to that, it has a farming, it has a day and night cycle, it says a weather cycle or seasons is also included in this game. Like I said, I have not gotten to the point where the weather has changed or the season has changed, so I can't comment on that just yet. Now, if you're new here, I'd encourage you to click that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, I currently have just under 14 hours playing this game. I spent about 4 hours during a live stream playing it with all of you, and then I decided I would jump back into it today and spent about 9 hours playing and recording today. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Gray Fuzz, who came by the live stream and gave me a lot of in-depth tips and tricks and all sorts of good information while I was playing during the live stream. Now, if you're familiar with Green Hell, you've played Green Hell at all, this game has a lot of the same crafting and the same feel to it like Green Hell does. So the crafting is very, very similar. The building is also very similar. So if you've played Green Hell and you're used to that kind of crafting style, you're used to that kind of inventory management and menu options, you're going to be able to pick this game up and run with it right out the gate. Now, honestly, a lot of the times with these building systems in some of these games, I get really frustrated with different things and different mechanics, not being able to really build the way that I want to or build with ease. This game is definitely easy to build with, and it feels like it knows what you're trying to do. At least what I've built so far seems to be pretty easy to put together. And it's a system like many others where you set up the framework or you decide this is where I want certain things, and then you bring those resources to that frame or that outline and you load that outline until you've built a wall or a door or a window foundation. Any of those different things, you're going to lay it all out first and then you're going to bring the resources to it. Something else that I really enjoy about this game is it actually has the ability for you to set it up in peaceful mode. So you can disable swarm attacks entirely. That way there are no Vambies coming to attack your base. You can turn off the predators. Basically, it's going to be the bear, the fox, and the wolf because the crocodiles are required for some upgrades, and then the boars won't attack you unless you attack them. So in essence, it is a peaceful mode and you just have to mind yourself what you're doing, and then also totally disabling the Vambies altogether. And this in and of itself gives me a little peek into the mindset of the developer. He wants you to be able to play this game the way that you want. So if you don't want to interact with any of the combat, you can totally avoid that and you could come on this game and just simply build. My one sad panda face is going to be that this game is only single player right now. I do think that there should at least be co-op. I'm hoping to see up to a 4-person co-op. I think the map would lend itself to about that many players, so playing it with myself and 3 of my friends would be really cool. Something that really caught my eye when I was live streaming was the weather. The weather is absolutely amazing. So you have lightning and clouds and thunder and rain and fog and all these things that happen in the world on a, I don't know, it's almost kind of a daily basis. It happens pretty regularly, but it's really well done. Nothing feels like it's overdone. Nothing feels like it's underdone. The one thing that I would say is the developer could possibly look at an option to totally turn off the lightning, because I feel like it may get in the way of some people experiencing the game if they have a history of epilepsy or some of those issues. It may actually get in the way of them being able to play this game. Something that's really fabulous is the ability to move things. I can't tell you how many games need to implement this like yesterday. It's absolutely great to be able to pick your chest up and move it to a new location once you're getting settled in. And you can move a lot of the stuff in this game. You can't move a lot of the building things, so like your foundations, your walls, you can't just up and move those. However, almost everything else in the game, placeable wise, you can pick up and move once you've placed it, which is a really cool feature. I'm not sure it's set up 100% as intended, as there are some things that you can do that you should not technically be able to do, at least in my opinion. I'm not going to spoil that in this video, since technically this video is a review and not a guide to the game. I will give you this one tip for starting out. Definitely turn the foliage down. I currently have mine set at low, and it makes it so you can find some of the resources that are really handy early game a lot easier. Now let's talk about the combat, and honestly, this is where this game just kind of falls short. The combat is not very hard, it's not very challenging. Once you get it figured out, just about everything dies with a headshot and a single headshot. There's a few things that will take a couple of headshots and a couple of things that'll take about 4 headshots, but pretty much every Vambi will die to a single headshot from an arrow or from throwing a spear. Additionally, there aren't physics to when you throw a spear or when you shoot an arrow, so it just shoots a laser beam out of your bow, or when you throw your spear, that is also a laser beam. So there isn't drop or anything like that, no trajectory in the game. But again, I have to remind myself that this is early access, and when I say that, a lot of the times I actually have to remind myself that this is early access. I've played some games that have been in early access for a lot longer than this, and they are a lot worse than this. Now, that's not to say that the game is without bugs, like the Vambi that's underneath the mesh there, but it is a solid start to a really good game, I think. Like 13 hours. I played 9 hours alone today just pulling footage, and I'm like, oh no, I'll just keep playing a couple more hours to get a little bit more footage for the possibly 10-minute long video that I'm going to end up doing. So yeah, about 9 hours to put this video together, because I was enjoying myself so much playing it that I really didn't want to stop to make this video. One other thing that I should note as well is that I am playing on the beta branch of this game. And if you don't play on the beta branch, you actually miss out on quite a bit. So the buildings that you can see on the screen right now, those are not in the game if you're not playing beta. And there are a few things that work a little bit differently. One that I could point out really easily is when you are putting out your fire with your canteen. If you're on the regular branch, it's actually going to use your entire canteen, whereas on the beta branch, it actually only uses 1 point out of your canteen, and your canteen holds 60. And as far as bugs, as far as I can tell, the beta branch to the regular branch, I can't find anything that I would say, oh my gosh, the beta branch is really messed up in this area. I really haven't found anything at all. I can't point you to a specific part of the game where the beta branch is worse. So if you picked up the game or you're thinking about picking up the game, definitely look at or consider playing the beta branch right off the bat. Now, I don't want to spoil too much more of the game. I'll leave that for later videos. If you guys are interested in me doing guide videos of some of the things that I've found in this game, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Let me know that you would appreciate and watch those, and I will look at doing that. But one of the things that I absolutely could not leave out of this video is the log cart. I absolutely love the fact that the dev put a log cart in this game, because I played a lot of games where you have to pick up logs and you're able to carry a total of 3 and you have to run who knows how far with those logs on your shoulder. And this dev has created a log cart, so you can just load it up with logs. I think it fits like 12 logs, and you can truck that back to your base and unload it from there. It really saves a lot of time, and I really dig the fact that this is in game. So let's get down to brass tacks. Is this game worth your money? Now, I've got about 13.5 hours in the game, and I would say that I have exhausted all of the combat that I can do in this game. However, I have not unlocked and built everything that I can. So if you're a builder, I definitely say this is a game that you could get into and have a lot of fun with. There's a lot of tech to be learned and different things that you can learn around the map. I haven't learned all of that yet. However, I have defeated every different type of enemy that is on the map as far as I can tell, and so I've finished the combat. The one thing that I haven't had a lot of is the Swarm Night. Now, the Swarm Night starts on day 10 for me. It has 3 Vambies that come, and then each day it adds another Vambie. So day 11 would be 4, and so on and so forth. So it will progressively get more difficult to survive as you move forward in this game. However, the combat's not going to change. It's just going to be how well you can handle more and more enemies at once. And the fact that I have not seen any traps in this game yet leads me to believe that that's going to get very difficult very fast. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But as of right now, I don't find the combat very, very entertaining. Though it'll be interesting to see as I progress through the game whether these Swarm Nights change my mind on that. I don't know, but be watching for more videos about this game and probably some more live streams and gameplay in general, because I am having a lot of fun with it. And that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. You can pick one of the other videos coming up on the screen to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to sponsor a future whack moment, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. And if you're not finished watching, there's 2 videos to pick from.